So, thinking about picking up Lovelight Farms, but not sure if it's worth a read.
It's one of those books, people seem to either really love it or have some pretty strong feelings about it.
Well, we read through a ton of reviews and even dove into the book ourselves, so we can give you an honest take.
Yeah, so you can decide if you want to spend your time with it.
Okay, so first things first, the premise.
Yes, setup.
Our main character, Stella.
Yeah.
She's trying to save her family farm.
Struggling.
Yeah, really struggling.
And then along comes Luke.
Her childhood friend.
Well, they were friends, but now...
Rivals, right?
Yeah, exactly. Childhood friend turn rival.
And he comes in with this wild proposition. A fake relationship.
And win a competition.
Yeah, a holiday competition. And the prize money will save both their farms.
Smart, right.
I mean, makes sense.
So we've got this enemies to lovers thing going on.
Classic.
And then all the Christmas vibes.
Super cozy. Well, a lot of readers are absolutely loving the romance.
Lots of people are calling it heartwarming and charming.
I even saw swoon-worthy a few times.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Luke. He's definitely the book boyfriend everyone's falling for.
So, good for Luke.
Right.
But it's not just surface-level stuff either. A lot of reviews talk about how Stella and Luke have a strong emotional connection.
Yeah, a lot of readers really felt that.
Some were even saying they were moved to tears by the story.
Wow.
Right.
Really powerful stuff.
It's interesting, though, because for all that love...
Not everyone's convinced.
No, not everyone.
Some people found the plot, well, a bit predictable.
Yeah, and the writing kind of repetitive.
The fake relationship trope.
A classic,
Yeah.
but maybe a little too familiar for some people.
Yeah, some readers were hoping for something, a little more unique.
And Stella's character, she seems to be getting mixed reviews.
Some people found her relatable, but...
Others thought she was a little underdeveloped.
Especially compared to Luke. He seems to get a lot more attention.
It's like she's kind of waiting for him to save her.
Yeah, maybe a bit.
But then there was this one review that was really interesting.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
This person gave the book 3 stars, and they said they really connected with the characters' financial struggles.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like it made the story feel more grounded and relatable.
I can see that.
Especially for people who are dealing with similar issues in their own lives.
Yeah, definitely.
So even though it's a romance, there are these deeper layers that resonate with people.
Absolutely.
It's not all just about the, happily ever after.
Right.
So is it worth reading?
Good question.
Well, we've given you the pros and cons.
It seems like Lovelight Farms might be a bit of a gamble.
It could go either way.
If you're looking for something cozy and predictable,
especially with the Christmas setting.
Yeah, then you might love it.
But if you want something really unique,
and you're not a big fan of those classic tropes,
then it might not be for you.
Yeah, I might want to skip this one.
But hey, you can always try it out risk-free with Audible.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They've got that 30-day free trial.
And you get 2 free audiobooks when you sign up.
Just use the link in the description.
Easy.
And let us know what you think. Leave a comment and tell us if Lovelight Farms is your cup of tea.
Or if you've got any other holiday romances you'd recommend.
We'd love to hear from you.
And don't forget to like and subscribe,
so you don't miss any of our deep dives.
Now, let's get into some of the details of Lovelight Farms. So we talked about the basics, but let's look closer at what makes Lovelight Farms work or not.
Yeah, let's break it down a bit.
One thing that really stood out in the reviews was the setting.
Highlands, Maryland, right?
Yeah, this small town that's obsessed with Christmas.
Full of quirky characters.
And all those heartwarming traditions.
Total Hallmark movie vibes.
Exactly.
But did it work?
Well, some readers loved it.
They were totally transported.
To this cozy world.
Twinkling lights, snow-covered streets, the smell of gingerbread.
Pure escapism.
But for others, it was a little too much.
A little too sweet.
Like a caricature, almost.
Yeah, they wanted something more realistic.
A bit more grit to balance it out.
It's funny how a setting can have such different effects on people.
Definitely.
Speaking of things that have different effects, let's talk about those steamy scenes.
Oh, yeah. Things get pretty hot between Stella and Luke.
B.K. Borison doesn't hold back.
Some reviewers were saying it was scorching.
But it's not just about the heat.
No.
The steamy scenes actually play a role in the character's emotional development.
So it's not just physical.
No, it's about the tension, the vulnerability.
It deepens their connection.
Exactly, and it makes the romance feel more authentic.
Even for people who don't usually read those kinds of scenes.
Yeah, because it's tied to the emotional core of the story.
Okay, what about some of the themes in the book?
One big one is second chances.
Both Stella and Luke have had some bad experiences.
Especially with love.
They've been hurt.
But they learn to trust again.
And open themselves up to love.
It's a hopeful message.
especially during the holidays.
When people are thinking about new beginnings,
Family is another big theme.
which makes sense with the Christmas setting,
Stella's really dedicated to her family farm.
and both characters find support from their families.
It adds to that cozy atmosphere,
That sense of community?
but it could also be seen as a bit cliche.
Yeah, it depends what you're looking for.
Okay, so we talked setting, steamy scenes, themes.
What about the writing itself?
Yeah, how's BK Borison's style?
It's a mixed bag.
Some people loved it.
Light, breezy, easy to read.
Perfect for a quick, enjoyable read.
But others found it a little too simple
They wanted something more complex.
and more nuanced.
So it really depends on your taste.
If you're looking for something deep and thought-provoking, this might not be it.
But if you want a light and fun read,
With a charming voice.
then you might really enjoy it.
Now, one thing that kept coming up in the reviews
Yeah.
was this feeling that Lovelight Farms was kind of predictable. So it brings up a question.
Can a book be good even if it's not totally original?
That's for each reader to decide.
Some people want something completely new,
Others like familiar stories.
and that's okay.
The important thing is knowing what you like.
So if you enjoy those classic tropes,
And you don't mind a bit of predictability.
then you might love Lovelight Farms.
But if you're looking for something groundbreaking,
Then you might want to choose something else.
there's a book out there for everyone.
And maybe Lovelight Farms will surprise you.
You might find something deeper than you expect.
Or you might just enjoy the escapism.
And don't forget, you can try it risk-free with Audible.
30-day free trial, 2 free audiobooks.
Link in the description.
Let us know what you think. Leave a comment.
Do you think Lovelight Farms is worth reading?
Or do you have other holiday romances you'd recommend?
Okay, now let's talk about the ending.
All right, so we've talked about the setting, the characters, the steamy scenes, the themes, the writing style, the predictability of Lovelight Farms.
A lot to unpack there.
Yeah, we really tried to cover it all.
But now let's get to the part that can make or break a romance novel.
The ending.
Exactly. Did BK Borison stick the landing?
Well, most readers seem to think so.
Yeah, they're describing it as heartwarming, romantic.
And most importantly, satisfying.
Like it all came together.
And it makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
Stella and Luke don't suddenly change who they are.
Right.
Their growth feels natural.
It feels earned, which is so important in a romance.
You don't want it to feel forced.
No, you want to believe in the happy ending.
It's interesting, though, because even some of the readers who weren't crazy about the plot or the writing,
They still enjoyed the ending.
yeah, they said it felt emotionally true.
Like it delivered on the promise of the story.
So even if the journey wasn't perfect,
The destination was worth it.
but beyond just the happy ending,
What does Lovelight Farms leave you with?
what's the lasting impression?
Well, one thing that comes up a lot is hope.
And second chances.
Both Stella and Luke have been through some tough times.
But they come out stronger
They learn to trust again.
and open their hearts to love,
It's a powerful message.
especially during the holidays.
When people are looking for warmth and connection,
Lovelight Farms reminds us that love can overcome obstacles.
that it's never too late for happiness.
So if you're in the mood for a light, heartwarming romance,
Something that will leave you feeling good.
then Lovelight Farms might be just what you need.
It's a story about finding love, second chances, and the magic of the holidays.
And if you want to give it a listen, remember, you can try Audible for free.
30-day free trial.
2 free audiobooks to get you started.
Just click the link in the description.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on Lovelight Farms,
Leave a comment and let us know what you think.
or if you have other holiday romances you'd recommend,
And be sure to like and subscribe.
so you don't miss any of our future deep dives.
Thanks for listening.